Hi, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Day 4 of our 30-day reset, 30-day cleanse. This call today is going to be to talk to you guys about the cleanse day that you are going to have this weekend. Or I know Mel, who's on the call with us, is having hers today. I'm having mine today. My husband Daniel's having his today as well. But don't follow that because we have been on the program for a while. We just obviously are doing a cleanse day now just to continue on. So the idea of the program is you have 6 shake days and 1 cleanse day. What does that mean? That means that we flood our bodies with like a pack full of nutrition, because the shakes are very nutrient dense. And I think I have spoken to most of you guys a little bit about what the shakes have. Obviously, they have undenatured protein that comes from grass-fed cows, and the cows are from New Zealand, so the undenatured protein from cows that are grass-fed, no hormones, no antibiotics. So and it is undenatured. So what actually makes our shake so different from the other ones in the market is the fact that our protein is undenatured. What that means is that when you're younger, I'm not sure if you guys, well, obviously I think Carrie and Mel might understand me, but back in Brazil we would just get our milk, and sometimes you would just have the milk would separate. So when the milk separates, that would be the natural process. So nowadays, because the milk gets heated, sterilized, and etc., you really don't have that. What that means is that you don't retain all the live enzymes. So what happens with this whey protein is that because it doesn't go through that heating process, it actually retains all the amino acids and retain all the live enzymes. So these amino acids are actually the best ones. So you have a full all of the essential amino acids in it, and they actually are the ones that turn on your happy hormones, which is the serotonin for women and the dopamine for men. I don't know if I'm actually being a bit too technical, but I like talking to you guys a little bit about what it is and what's about, so that if anybody asks why the shake is so good. So that's about our nutrition day. So the shake days are all obviously flooded with all of that nutrition. On the cleanse day though, you use the Cleanse for Life powder. The Cleanse for Life powder, which is right over there, I'm sorry, I don't have it here with me. It's that little small one in a little container. That one, it's what people ask me a lot is, what makes this cleanse so different? So Isogenics is a whole body cleanse. So it's not a one body system. It's like a whole body system. So the cleanse is the vital part. The Cleanse for Life is the vital part of the system. So no, it's not a laxative. You're not going to be running to the toilet. You might though, because you drink a lot of water. So you might be running for the toilet to do a number 1. But you are not going to be running to, it's not a laxative or anything like that. The Cleanse for Life, which is actually made up here because I'm on a cleanse day, actually contains adaptogenic herbs. I think I discussed with you guys a little bit about what adaptogenic herbs were. Pretty much what adaptogens do is they're herbs that scan your body a little bit by what it needs right now to manage stress. So not only are you flooding your body with nutrients, but on the cleanse day, you're actually helping release those heavy metals, release those impurities out by giving that cleanse. And those adaptogenic herbs are also going to be managing your stress levels. And as I think I have discussed before, when you are stressed, and sometimes you're, oh no, I'm chilled out, I'm very calm, but our bodies are actually stressed. The body's stressed. So I go to the gym and I work out. I put stress in my body. So it doesn't mean that I'm, oh no, I'm happy or whatever, but my body is stressed. So when that happens, it's good to have that, because our cortisol levels go up when you're stressed. When our cortisol levels go up, there's a defense mechanism in our bodies that make us store fat. So when we maintain our cortisol levels right, we just maintain that balance and we don't actually store more fat than we are meant to. And when we are on this program, obviously we're releasing impurities. So obviously you're not keeping that fat in either. So yeah, not only are you releasing that, you're also keeping your body in a calm, relaxed state while you're doing it. That's why some people go, oh, I feel so lethargic during a cleanse day. Yes, you're not having that many calories, but you know, you are actually keeping your body relaxed. That's why sometimes you feel a bit lethargic on it as well. Okay. So another thing that's important to say about the cleanse is the whole idea of a cleanse. When me as a dietitian, right, when I first got approached with this program and I started researching into it, it was about intermittent fasting for me. So for me, it was 100% intermittent fasting. And I know as a dietitian that intermittent fasting is scientifically proven. It is very good. You know, there are many scientific evidence. There's a lot of scientific evidence behind it to say that it's long-term. It is actually good to, you know, to manage our body systems, right? In this case, you have a nutritionally supported intermittent fasting. So this is what attracted me so much to this program, that you actually had that. Now that I've obviously already got that intermittent fasting out of the way, I started learning a little bit more about the herbs in it. Because as a dietitian, I know more about nutrition, but I started speaking to a naturopath, and I went to a seminar this week at Isagenix head office with Jen Jeffries, who is a naturopath. And she was explaining to us a little bit about the herbs and what the adaptogenic herbs actually do to your body, and, you know, how it actually works. I'm not a herbalist myself, but she was explaining that, you know, the reason why we drink so much water is because the herbs, you know, need you to drink that water so that the herbs can work themselves in. You know, she was talking a little bit about the fact that Ionics, you can take the Ionics drink, you can take that in the morning when you want to get up, or you can take that before bed. And what that happens is you actually have to drink some water with the Ionics at bedtime, or with your Cleanse for Life at bedtime. Otherwise, you're going to wake up feeling more lethargic because your body is going to be in stress, because it's going to be releasing things out and stirring things up inside. So I thought that that was fascinating. And another thing she was explaining as well, the whole idea of the cleanse as a naturopathic world, so like as a natural therapies world and Chinese medicine and whatnot, you have, you know, your large intestine, your small intestine, and you have your stomach on top. So every time that we feed the stomach with something, we have a little valve in our large intestine that opens and closes all the time. So the whole idea of the cleanse day is to actually give that a rest. Give that valve a rest. And at the same time, you're going to be doing what you're meant to be doing. Your body's going to be doing what it's meant to be doing, which is using the energy that you were using in digestion. You're going to be using it for, you know, your liver and your kidneys and your lungs and etc. So that's what happens then. Now let's talk about the schedule on the cleanse day, because I know that that's something that everybody wants to know. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so cleanse day schedule. So this is the cleanse day schedule that we use. You might see that there is the Isagenix cleanse day schedule as well. The Isagenix cleanse day schedule is slightly different from this one. You can use that one if you'd like. I prefer this one, which is Emily Tonkin's cleanse day schedule. The difference between one and the other is the other one, you don't have a snack for about 2 hours or so. In this schedule, we are constantly feeding our bodies little bits of food, meaning the snacks, little bits of things, or the drink and whatnot. So 8 o'clock in the morning, you're going to go Ionics down the hatch, right? So 30 ml, done. 9 a.m., CFL is Cleanse for Life. So it's 2 scoops of the Cleanse for Life with about 240 ml of water. okay? Then shake that out. I usually put it in my shaker anyway. And then you can drink that through with one natural accelerator. Then at 10 a.m., you can have 2 Isa snacks or 1 Isa Delight. So Isa Delight is an optional. This is what Isa Delight looks like. It is a dark chocolate that's got, it's green tea infused, and it improves mood, metabolism, and energy. It is also gluten-free. So, you know, so for gluten intolerance people, so you can do that. Maximum 2 Isa Delights a day, okay? So, okay, so you have 2 Isa snacks or 1 Isa Delight. Each shot is a little energy shot that you can get as well. They're really good on a cleanse day when you're starting to feel a little bit lethargic and whatnot, like I was explaining why you would feel lethargic. So you would have that e-shot anytime before 4 p.m. Do not have it after 4 p.m. because I have, and I was up all night. So, and not like you feel like you want to rave. So just don't do that unless you are going to a rave. So then at 11 a.m. you have again snacks. At 12 p.m. you're going to have the cleanse for life again. 1 p.m. the snack again. 2 p.m. another snack. 3 p.m. the cleanse for life. 4 p.m. the snack. 5 p.m. the snack. 6 p.m. the cleanse for life. 7 p.m. the snack, and 8 p.m. the snack. And before bed you have 2 Isa flushes. So as you can see here, you have the option here to have 1 accelerator at 9 a.m. and 1 accelerator at 2 p.m. I personally, and I would recommend everybody to do the same, have 2 natural accelerators in the morning so that you can just forget about it. You've already done it. And then 2 Isa flushes before bed. That's something that we currently do anyway. If you are on the President's Pack though, and you have your other vitamins, you can choose whether to have them or not. So according to Jennifer Jeffries, she would still recommend people to have them. I personally don't, because I find they actually give me a little bit of heartburn, right? But it really is individual. You can see what happens. One thing I have done today, because I have taken all of my pills today, and it's a cleanse day, is I had 1 Isa snack before I took the pills. So that didn't actually give me a heartburn. So see how you go, see what you think. The whole idea here of the cleanse day is that you have the cleanse for life drink 4 times during the day. So 2 scoops 4 times during the day, okay? And then every hour, on the hour or thereabouts, you're going to feed your body with a little bit of a snack. What is so important about the Isa snack? So the isogenic snack with that, which is that little Ovaltine, it's packed full of chromium. It's a little protein-packed, little compressed, that will actually maintain your blood sugar levels. Also, the chromium, the magnesium and whatnot, they will actually help curb your cravings. So it's really, really important to have your Isa snack, okay? I know some people prefer Isa Delights, which is fine. Like I said, maximum of 2 Isa Delights a day, maximum 2 e-shots a day. On any given day, 2 e-shots is the maximum per day. On a cleanse day, you can have 1 or 2 as well, up until 4 p.m. Please have half initially, because if you're anything like me about caffeine, I just sometimes have half, and I just go a bit crazy, because it just really gives you a lot of energy. But it's also, e-shots are also really good for pre-workout. So if you're looking for a pre-workout, e-shots are the best, okay? So yeah, so don't forget your snacks. Ionics, very important in the morning as well. And yeah, so the snacks, let me just close this here. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen for now. Okay. All right. So about cleansing, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk to you guys about cleansing, in that sense that, you know, this is what you have to follow on a daily basis, right? now I have a few questions here that people have sent them to me about cleanse day. So I'll just address these questions, and then we'll talk about the other general Q&A. So some people ask me, what can I have to eat on a cleanse day? So on a cleanse day, you're going to have the isodelites, so maximum of 2 isodelites, and your isogenic snacks, which is the little protein packed little Ovaltines, right? They look like little Ovaltines chocolate. Some people chew on them straight away. Personally, I prefer to just kind of suck on them, and then afterwards you just chew on them slowly, and then they slowly dissolve. Yes, you can have the isogenic snacks on any given day. On a cleanse day, they are vital, but on any given day, if you feel any cravings for sugar or whatnot, you can have one, okay? Just have that in. The chromium will help you curb your cravings. Okay, stuck on that. When should I have CFL? I work long hours. I'm awake a lot, so I do shift work, this person's saying. So what you do in this case is you just adapt the day to yourself. So like I said, 4 cleanse for lives a day. So if your day is from 8 p.m. till 6 a.m., say like that, right? And you sleep the whole day. I'm not, I'm just giving that out. So what all you're going to do is you're going to space out the 4 cleanse for lives within the time period that you're awake. And then in between that, every hour on the hour, you're going to have an isogenic snacks. Okay? It is really important to make sure that your blood sugar levels are right. It is normal to feel lightheaded. It is normal to feel lethargic initially, but you're going to see that you're going to feel better in the morning. So go along with it, and have an early night's sleep on that day as well. And you're going to see that it actually works. The next day you feel like a lot more energy and whatnot. Okay, how to manage headaches. So I think we're past the cleansing stuff as well. Okay. So if you are struggling on a cleanse day though, just before I close the cleanse, if you are struggling on a cleanse day, please call me or text me. It's okay for you to have some more ISO snacks. The reason why we don't, obviously you can actually have a little bit of apple, like a very slight, oh, hello, husband. He's just arrived into the call. Okay. Can you guys still hear me? Because my connection is unstable. Just do like this if you can. Yeah, okay. So, what I was saying. Anyway, we're going to have to leave that one for now because I forgot what I was saying. So on a cleanse day, the whole, sorry?
You were just saying you can have extra snacks on a cleanse day if you have
Thank you, Kerry. I knew that I could count on you to help me. So yeah.
I'll just go and mute myself now.
Okay. So you can have extra snacks on a cleanse day. If you are struggling, you can actually have a little bit of apple. So 1/8 of an apple. The whole idea is not to have like a whole apple, right? The whole idea is for you to space that out. I have some people that don't like the little Ovaltines. They're still really, really, really important because of the chromium in them. However, if you really, really are struggling, you can have a little bit of some slices of apple. The whole idea is to have little bits, very thin, because you don't want that valve in your intestines to open up. Okay, you want to keep that going so that you still keep, the energy somewhere else and not in your digestive system. Okay, all right. So I will just ask now. I will unmute everybody to ask if you guys have any questions on cleansing. You are all unmuted.
I don't know what to. Is it good to have the cleanse for life on other days, like your normal shake days?
Thanks, Kevin. Yes, you can still have the cleanse for life on other days. There are two ways of cleansing in this program. There is the daily cleanse and the deep cleanse. The difference is the daily cleanse, you're just going to have 1 scoop of cleanse for life a day. So 1 scoop with maybe a little bit of water as well, and then you can have that in. It's very, very important to drink lots of water because the herbs will need water to work, okay? And what's enough water? Minimum water that everybody should have is 33 mil of water per kilo of your body weight. That is minimum, okay? So, and that is obviously not on such a hot day like today. So here in Sydney, it was very, very hot today. You're obviously going to have more water then. So on the deep cleanse days is what I just explained. With the single cleanse days, with the daily cleanses, you just have 1 scoop. You can do that, or you can do the deep cleanse. If weight loss is your goal, it's always good to try the deep cleanse. But again, call me to let me know how you're going, because it could be that, you know, if you need for any reason to break a cleanse, break it with a shake, always, okay? Don't eat anything else, because, and why do we say break it with a shake? It's not because I'm trying to sell you more isogenics. It's because the shake is the most nutrient dense packed food that you can find right now, right? Pretty much the ones that I can see. So when you're fasting, if you can't really go any longer without fasting, you break it with a shake, because the first thing your body's going to get is that amazing 100% nutrients that you get in it. So that's why we say break it with a shake. Does that answer your question a little bit, Kevin?
Yeah, that answers it. Yep.
And I have spoken, well, obviously we can discuss your needs separately, Kevin, should you need it. But, you know, my husband Daniel can probably, he's on the call now. He can probably share his experience. He's a big guy. He's 6'4", 6'3", and he's heavy. I don't know if he's going to let me talk about his weight.
It's okay.
Okay, so Daniel, can you share your experience with the cleanse?
It's hard to say. They are hard. Obviously, the first one's the hardest. Then they get a bit easier, but they never get really easy. I'd like to do them when I'm at work, so I don't have to think too much about it. I could never do it on a weekend. Yeah, I also go to bed early because then you don't have to worry about it too much.
But how do you find the water drinking during the day, Daniel?
I do drink a lot of water, and you pee a lot. Probably drink 3 or 4 liters of water on a cleanse day.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, at a guess, because that's not enough for you, my husband. Because it's
just have a constant bottle of water on my desk at all times.
So what we usually say is if you have 1 glass of water every hour, you should be fine. Yeah. Okay. So see how you go. That's all you can do. Thank you for sharing, Daniel. Yes, Kevin?
I must ask, with Daniel, does he find with the cleanse which is the hardest part, the hunger or or being tired?
It's a bit of both. I don't really feel I'm not tired to go to sleep. I just go to sleep so I don't have to think about the hunger at night. But I sometimes feel I can't think properly by the end of the day. So then I'll have an e-shot maybe at 3 or 4 o'clock. And
never after 4 o'clock, people. Let's be compliant, Daniel.
Yeah, they do have caffeine, so otherwise you might not sleep, but yeah.
Does that answer your question, Kev?
Yeah, that answers it, yeah.
Cool. Do you have any other questions?
No, it's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
All I'll say, the best thing is if you step on the scales the day after a cleanse and I lose like a kilo or a kilo and a half each time.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but that's, you know, that's not, again, Daniel, let's be compliant. What I'm trying to say is that it's not necessarily like on the second day, and I don't really encourage you guys to weigh yourselves every day. I do encourage once a week, and preferably not after a cleanse day, because obviously you will find that your weight will fluctuate about, depending on your weight levels. Your weight will fluctuate up to about even a kilo and a half. And Daniel could even attest to that because his weight fluctuates as well. So it's just really consistently what is, you know, on a weekly basis. I do have a little to here, so I hope whoever's watching doesn't mind my son coming to visit. So do you have any more questions, Kev?
How I haven't tried the ice snacks yet, but like, what do they taste like? Like, are they easy to have?
Yes, you just suck on them a little bit. If you feel like it, just open your little bottle, have one now. It's all good. If you're ever feeling like you're craving some sugar or you want to have like a big dessert, you just have one of those because it actually really, really curbs it. So it really curbs your hunger. Can you guys hear me?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a question.
Yep.
Mel, do you have a question? My connection is unstable. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. Carrie, can you hear me? Can you do a little? Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. So nobody has other questions? Carrie, do you have a question?
I just wanted to ask, what are the specific advantages of doing a double cleanse day, like 2 in a row?
Okay, so the advantage of doing a double cleanse day is that on the first day, what you do is you burn like, sorry, that got out of my head. So you burn you use the energy up that you have, and the second day you actually burn fat. So you burn a little bit of fat on the first day as well, but the second day you actually go a bit deeper into burning fat.
You'd be in ketosis.
Sorry?
You'd be in ketosis.
Oh, I'm not allowed to use that term. To be compliant, I'm not allowed to use that term.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll talk to you later.
So what I'm going to show you guys, that if you ever have any questions on cleansing, let me share my screen once again. I will show you that what you can do is go on isogenicshealth.net and over here, enter search term. You just click cleanse days. Okay? So when you search cleanse days here, you can see there's going to have a lot of information on cleanse days. How can athletes benefit from cleanse days and whatnot. So any questions that you would have on cleanse days, say E-shot, E+ eases you through cleanse days and whatnot. Any questions, just go here on isogenicshealth.net, search it on the top there, like I said, and then see if you have any questions. There is a legal disclaimer from the US because this is obviously a shared website. So, you know, some products are not going to be in Australia yet, but most of it is there. Okay, so Isogenics Health for anything as well related to health, you can go there and search anything that you would like. snacks, everything. So let me stop sharing now. Okay. So, do you guys have any other questions on cleansing? No? Hi, Anna. So now let's go back to shake days and the general program, right? So the whole idea, like I said, of the program is you have 6 shake days and you have 1 cleanse day. So the cleanse day, we have it down pat, right? I just explained we're all good. So what can you have on your shake days? Because that's something that a lot of people ask me. So on your shake days, like I said, you usually have 2 shakes a day. If you don't have any, change in your program, you have 2 shakes a day, you have 1 meal, and you have 2 snacks. A few people have 2 shakes, 2 snacks, and 2 meals. And some people have 2 shakes, 2 meals, and 1 snack. But it really depends on the person and what the person the person's intake is and the person's goals are. So my goal is not to lose weight. My goal is to build muscle. So in my case, I have 2 shakes, 2 meals, and 1 snack, or 2 shakes, 1 meal, 2 snacks. If you're breastfeeding, which we have a few people on the program that are breastfeeding, they're not allowed to cleanse. So most of the time they have 2 shakes, 2 meals, 2 snacks. So it really depends on what we work out for you. But generally on the program, what we follow is 2 shakes, 1 meal, and 2 snacks, okay? So for the snacks, what can you have? On your email, you would have got, again, I'm sharing my screen. You would have got an email, on my email, you would have got the list of foods to avoid and foods to enjoy. So this list pretty much shows you the foods that you can actually enjoy during your isogenics 30 days. So you have there anything isogenics: apples, asparagus, avocado, bananas, berries, broccoli, and you can read that through. And the foods to avoid would be anything that would actually make your body produce more acid. So in your stomach. So alcohol, artificial colorings, artificial flavorings, artificial sweeteners, black teas, bread, chips and crackers, cold cuts, excuse me, and anything that is a refined carb. So you have here sugar, white flour, white rice. Yes, you can have brown rice and whatnot. So just see how you go, and again, we can always discuss that. So on your snack, if you're a calorie counter, on your snack you should have maybe a little bit between 150 calories in a snack. So you can just go here on your foods to avoid and see what you can eat, and just do, use them to make, say you have some yogurt, and you can have some yogurt with some berries, or you can have some, whole wheat bread with a little bit of tomatoes on top, and cucumber and whatnot. Cucumbers here, yeah. Or you can have any of the isogenic snacks as well. Okay, so these are the foods to enjoy, and you also have the foods to avoid. Okay, I also have someone else asking me the question. They are not on a weight loss program. They are on an energy and performance program, and they're asking me how much fruit they can put in a shake. And I'm like, look, it really depends on what you like. If you want to really change the taste that much, sometimes just a handful of berries is enough, like 5 berries or so is enough. Now we have the strawberry shake, so a lot of people tend to put maybe frozen mango or frozen pineapple or whatnot. My apologies. So how much is too much? Well, you're just going to put enough to actually give you that little bit of a flavor. I say usually just a handful is enough. But again, if you are on a weight loss goal and you want to put some different, twists on your shakes, you can put just the minimal amount that will give you that taste as well. So I say usually maybe about 75 grams max. Usually about 40 grams is enough. don't go, oh, she said 75 grams, I'm going to put 75 grams. That's half of a serve of fruit is what I'm saying, right? So, but some people would be on, they exercise in the morning, so they would have, say, a banana before they exercise, and then they would have a shake. So I would say don't really add any fruit into your shake then, because you would have already had a fruit before, if that makes sense. So you can have fruit in isogenics. You can have any fruits that are here. Obviously it says bananas in moderation because of the potassium in it. What we try to do with isogenics is we try to keep our body in an alkaline state. And, you know, we do that by having dark leafy greens, which is, you know, filled with magnesium and things like that as well. So they actually help hydrate your colon and help you with regularity of your gut as well. Okay, so what else? Okay, so I have someone else that asked me that since they started on the program, they actually, most people, when they start the program, they actually get a little bit more regularity, right? So this person, they actually found that they got a little bit more, say, constipated, not 100% constipated, but they said that they're not going as to the amount that they used to. Look, your body is going through changes. First week is the hardest week. And, you know, I already know that, you know, some people have already told me today's day 4, and some people have already told me that they're feeling great, and, you know, and the headaches have gone and whatnot. So this will go as well. If you are struggling, just add some more fiber into your diet. And by fiber, I mean some of these dark leafy greens that I explained here before. Continue having your isoflushes. Sometimes you can have one isoflush in the mid-morning and one isoflush at bedtime. Sometimes that helps as well with the gut regularity as well, as opposed to having 2 at bedtime. Okay. The good thing about isoflush at bedtime is that magnesium also relaxes you a bit. So it puts you in that state where you're just ready for bed. So it puts you in that mood to fall asleep. So that's the good part about the isoflush before bed. So if you are still struggling with, you know, going to the toilet, let us know, and we can work out and maybe add some more different whole grains into your diet. It could be that you're not really eating as many whole grains that we have here. See, like lentils, long grain brown rice, you can have that. Quinoa is very, very good. You know, it has all the essential amino acids in it as well, so it's very good. And it's also a source of protein. So yeah, so that's pretty much all of the questions that I've had from the guys. So I've already mentioned about being lightheaded on a cleanse day. So make sure that you rest on that day, or you're doing something very light so that you don't find that. Obviously, we're on day 4. So day 7 would be Sunday. If you want to do your cleanse either Saturday or Sunday, you can. If you want to wait until Monday for logistic reasons, say you're at work on the Monday and you find that it's easier to do it on the Monday, it's okay as well. I usually say it's a minimum of 5 shake days before your first cleanse day. Depending on your body and how acidic your environment was before, I usually recommend sometimes even more than 5 shake days, 5 to 6 shake days. So if you, for logistic reasons, don't feel like doing a cleanse on Saturday and Sunday, because obviously you maybe go for lunch with the family, or you go for dinner with the family, or you meet up for, you know, Sunday roast, which you will all know the list of foods to avoid, foods to enjoy during your Sunday roast. So just always fall back on that. You can do it on the Monday. So if you have any trouble, please let me know when you're doing your cleanse, so I know that I will be available for you during that day. It's very important to keep plugged. If I'm not available, someone in the group will be available to answer your question. So post on the group message, and yeah, and then that's pretty much it about the cleanse. Does anybody, let me unshare my screen. Stop sharing. Okay. So does anybody have any other questions on cleanse or on your shake days? No? Nobody? No, I'm just trying to see everybody to see that I can actually see everybody.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, how long into the program that you used did you do your first double cleanse?
Okay, so it really depends on the person. It could be that you're going to do your first cleanse day. You're going to wake up the next day so energized and you're going to go, let's do this. I can do a double cleanse, right? So it could be that that's going to happen. So you can try it. All you got to do is try. But it could be that in the middle of it, you know, you just feel, oh, maybe it's a bit too much. So you break it with a shake, like we discussed. But you can always try. Initially, let's try for one cleanse day. And then if you're really keen to do a double cleanse, let's chat privately and so that I know that I can support you during your double cleanse. Okay, I do double cleanses occasionally. Double cleanses are really good. Athletes actually do double cleanses as well. They don't lose muscle. Okay, good question that I just remembered is that some people say, oh, can I do a triple cleanse, which is 3-day cleanses? No, you cannot, because the third day you would actually lose muscle. Okay, so not only you're burning fat on the second day, but then the third day you would have nothing else to burn, you'd burn muscle. Okay, so we don't want that to happen because we want to build muscle. As we burn fat, we want to build the muscle, which is what the protein does in the shakes and whatnot. Okay, so let's see how you go, Kev, and anyone else that would like to do a double cleanse, do one cleanse first and see how you go that day. The next day, when you wake up, if you're not craving your shake that much, you can try and keep going, but let me know so I'm available to support you. Okay, Kev?
Yep. Nice.
Does anybody have any other questions? Still on that triple day thing, even if you weren't losing muscle, because that's obviously the main reason, in my opinion, that you shouldn't do a 3-day, because that's 100% non-compliant. And if you look up intermittent fasting, and if you look up anything related to relating to, you know, to the 5-2 or whatnot, all the scientific evidence points to a maximum of 2 fasting days a week. Okay, so the third day, there's a lot of scientific evidence on it. They have tested it, but they didn't find anything significant on it either. So so please don't do it. Even if you decide to have a low calorie day, like I said, third fast, don't do it. Okay, we want to support your body. We want to nourish your body. And the cleanse day is actually to remove impurities, to actually support your body better. Another thing that just popped up to me here was about the fact that the cleanse for life, when you do your cleanse, obviously it works from the inside of the cell, right? So that's why, like, a lot of people say that, you know, when after maybe 2 weeks or so, they go, oh, my skin looks so much better. And, you know, everybody's noticing that my skin looks better, because obviously you are getting rid of those heavy metals on a cellular level. So when that happens is we get what we call the ISA glow. So, you know, you start seeing that your skin is a little clearer and things like that. So that's another point that it's quite nice as well. People start noticing, and it's good. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I had here, guys. Do you have any more questions? Carrie, Anna, Kevin, Mel? No? No? Anna's not really listening. And this is being recorded and I'm saying that. I'm horrible. She's like doing this. Okay, so, oh, good herbs, Anna. Okay, so thank you guys for coming to this call. Let me know if you have any further questions. Thank you. So let me know if you have any further questions. I do videos a lot, so you guys must have noticed. It's just an easier way. Sometimes it's just much quicker for me to just quickly do a video than to actually type. And you know, I just like the face-to-face part of it. You know, I have, you know, people in Perth, hello, people in, you know, Brisbane, I have people in on the Gold Coast, and, you know, it's really good to have this connection, the face-to-face connection. That's why, you know, I like videos and I like showing, you know, what my excitement, because I am excited to be helping you guys. So thank you for coming. And if you have any more questions, please send me a private message. We'll do this again. I know that Better Body and Soul might have another call on the Monday evening as well. So I'll keep you guys informed, maybe because Better Body and Soul will have our group phone call on Monday. Maybe we can do this again on the Tuesday to see how you guys are going. But in between now and then, please let me know how you're going. Write on the group message, and because your questions sometimes are questions that other people will have as well. Okay? All right. Now say bye-bye, everyone. Everybody waving.
Uh,
Bye. Thank you.